How's it going, everybody? I am here with Luke Radowski of We Are Change. Luke, you need to move over a little bit. If you're just tuning in, this is the weekly live stream that I try to do so I can answer questions from people. So you can help out by clicking the thumbs up, helps the channel. And if you want to get your comment above everyone else's, hop over to the super chat. And I think with at least $5, it puts your comment above everyone else's, and then we can respond to those questions. So the main topic, which is why I titled the video this, is talking about the absurdity of Donald Trump's his tweet and the fervor over it. What?
This is Luke Radowski of WeAreChange.org here reporting live to you in New York City. I had to do my introduction. I'm setting up the live stream right now so we can actually see the super comments. So we're doing a dual stream here. I think it'll be very interesting. Start doing AMAs every Sunday to talk with the audience, engage with the audience, see the super chats, be able to talk to you guys, get some little extra shekels, engage as much as we can to make you guys a part of this kind of journalism experiment that we're all like playing around with right now that's really taking over and destroying the mainstream media. So I'm loading up the chat so people can see them.
I'll say this, maybe the mainstream media will evolve. I don't think...
I highly doubt that.
No, look, I'm going to say this before we get too into it. We don't need the mainstream media to die. We need them to do good. We need them to fix the problems.
This is where I disagree. Now, I know many people on my live stream are probably asking me, Luke, we hate Tim. And I hate Tim too. But
yeah, Luke actually hates me.
We both hate each other, I think, mutually, equally. And
Okay. The point I'm making is that if the mainstream media... If CNN, the Washington Post, who are like my prime focus right now, actually issued retractions, stopped pushing so hard for viewership and ratings, they fixed a lot of these problems. We're more honest, more transparent. I'm fine. I'm cool with that. And if they don't, get rid of them. Right?
I'd rather them just completely go away. I think the damage they have done with the banker bailouts and the wars is incredulous. And I think the main thing holding humanity back is the very fact that they exist for their specific reasons and the damage that they caused a lot of people in our society. And for me, I would rather some new people, because you can't teach an old dog new tricks. You can't teach... someone who's been doing so much damage, who's been serving the interest of the very few, to just say, well, let me be open and honest and not care about just my bank account or my advertising or my hits and my revenue. And I think we're all still finding this whole dynamic out. But I really do see a future where... Also, even in our media sphere, it's getting so diversified. There's so much information that it's all going to gel into a wider kind of online experience.
It's like digital free market information.
Yeah.
So, but let's talk about the main issue. Donald Trump tweeted a meme. I guess you'd call it a meme. Him beating up a guy with the CNN logo for a head. It's got, at this point right now, I think it's got like 225,000 retweets.
CNN retweeted it?
No. Trump tweeted it out.
Okay, Trump tweeted it out.
And it's him and WWE bashing someone, but CNN logo on their head. Everyone's going crazy, saying, there's a bunch of tweets right now. One of them said, "Oh, the president's encouraging violence against reporters." And there's an interesting reply on that tweet from someone showing the Kathy Griffin photo where she's got Trump's head in her hand, and it's like, no one's innocent. I mean, if you really want to nitpick, Trump depicting him beating up a logo is significantly better than Kathy Griffin showing a severed head covered in blood. I think they all suck. And while we're talking about this distraction, there's people in Yemen dying from U.S. foreign policy and your tax dollars, and also in Syria, the horrible geopolitical situation that's happening down there. This is all a dumbass, stupid distraction from the issues that really matter. I'm trying to load your comments up. I'm having a little bit of an issue here. Luke's not good at YouTube.
I'm still learning. So, like, the software...
Make sure you mute it, though.
Yeah, I definitely muted it. I muted mine. Got my.
Okay, I see a great comment here. It's a bunch of swastikas. That's
how original.
Very
original.
It's a great question or statement, whatever. Comments here. Let's see. So if you guys have any questions, we'll take them off the comment feed. But I guess like the main theme that I've been doing. What I try to do is I try to stay on topic with the videos I'll put out for throughout the week. And here we go. This is a good one. Someone said travel ban 3 days ago, and the mainstream media is not even covering it. Yeah. What's going on with the travel ban?
Well, the mainstream media did cover the travel ban pretty extensively. It's interesting to see the Supreme Court get involved and also limit Donald Trump. So I think it's kind of a win for the anti-Trumpers and the pro-Trumpers. Well, so, it is only for 90 days.
The ruling was confirmed.
It was confirmed with some limitations. So people who have close personal contacts and relationships to people here, they won't be excluded out of the travel ban. The travel ban is only allowed for 90 days, only allowed from the countries that predominantly the Pentagon admittedly wanted to overthrow in 2002. Doesn't list Saudi Arabia on that country at all.
Abu Dhabi's got a pass, actually.
Yeah, Abu Dhabi got a pass, but the General Wesley Clark, the former NATO commander, came out and whistleblowed about a plan in 2002 that the Pentagon had, and 6 out of the 7 countries that Trump put on the travel ban list were a part of the U.S. Pentagon plan in 2002 to destabilize.
It sounds like conspiracy theories.
No, look up General Wesley Clark. We can watch the video right now.
Wesley Clark's really famous. Wasn't he running? Wasn't he planning on doing some like?
He ran for president, I believe, in 2004 and lost to John Kerry. He was the former NATO commander. So he came out and he was talking to Amy Goodman of Democracy Now! And he specifically said, I was in the Pentagon and they told me about a plan and specifically to overthrow all these countries within the next 7 years. And you see U.S. foreign policy by George W. Bush, by Barack Obama, and now by Donald Trump pushing those kind of very same similar objectives. And that's where people are like, we're connecting the dots. People could say conspiracy all you want, but in reality, like, holy cow, this is some real life stuff. We could play the video here, and I can play the audio if you want.
We'll play it. We can talk about it while you play it. So Luke's also streaming on his channel, and he's got the laptop set up. I just do the phone because I'm. I
don't know why. I don't know if the right word is showing up here at all.
You got to look over to the right. What are you talking about? Scroll right.
Okay.
Luke.
There we go.
There you go. You got 2 super chats. Click the super chat. All right. So. Tim and Luke, you are 2 honest, hardworking folks and shining example of how to do what you do well. Thanks, keep up the good work. Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you,
Hit that one. Hit it. It's going to disappear.
Observer 101.
Trump appeared not to understand his own health plan, but has time for troll tweets. I think it's time for more criticism of Trump. Yeah, no, I think that's a fair statement. I think one thing I'm weary of is stories critical of Trump coming from the mainstream media, and this is a problem. When CNN does a story about Trump getting 2 scoops of ice cream, I seriously have to question whether or not there's validity to the criticisms they're making about what he and his administration are doing. And that's a problem for me. I'm trying to be informed, but I can't go to the big mainstream outlets for it because they're talking about ice cream and Twitter.
Yeah, the mainstream media needs to be destroyed.
Okay. But that being said, it is also true that Trump tweets out, a bunch of ridiculous things, saying Micah Brzezinski's bleeding from the face, or this wrestling, meme or whatever.
He's playing into it. He knows what he's doing because he's distracting people from the issues that really matter, and he's exaggerating things that are irrelevant and not really that important to everyone else.
But then the media eats it up.
Yeah, the media loves him. It's a love-hate relationship with the media, but at the same time, you're feeding the beast, and you're not helping each other at all.
2 scoops for Tim Pool. So I found something really interesting today because we went to the Impeach Donald Trump protest in New York. It wasn't big at all. But one thing I found was that I would say most of the anti-Trump people I met didn't like the mainstream media. And there was a few Trump people there, but they really don't like the mainstream media. And so I asked one woman, I said, do you think the left and the right are being united by the poor job that the mainstream media is doing? And she was just like, oh yeah, hands down. The left is upset because they highlight things like Twitter and ice cream, and they don't talk about actual policy. And the right is upset because you see things like Washington Post put out a fake statement about James O'Keefe and then not retract it. Even when everyone's like, yeah, dude, that was wrong. Like, Washington Post, you got that story wrong. The journalist flat out says, no, I didn't, I won't retract. That blew my mind. That really blew my mind.
I think there's wrong on both sides here. And I found it very interesting because I try to talk to both sides.
Jump over to the super chat just to make sure.
Yeah, no super chats. If you guys have super chats, we're going to read off your questions and, of course, answer them. It's mandatory, especially for Tim, to answer them. Very personal questions. Ask him whatever you guys want.
Yeah. Let's not lose a beat here.
But today was very interesting at the kind of impeachment rally that the kind of people on the right were screaming about being the takeover of America, where George Soros was going to have his Antifa shills come over and destroy public property and cause chaos in the streets, and that really didn't happen
I didn't hear
especially
that.
over here in New York City. I mean, I saw people say about that, saying July 2nd, this is it, it's happening.
People are saying the stream is down.
My
Okay.
stream is down?
No stream.
No stream
I
on
see it
your end
now.
or my end?
It's because I'm not using Wi-Fi, I guess. I don't know.
But very interesting. What I did today, and I got kind of persecuted for it by some of the people who are watching on my channel, was I went up to pro-Trump people and anti-Trump people, and I talked to them. Why do you want to impeach him? Why do you want him to be president of the United States for the next 8 years? And I had those very interesting conversations, which ultimately led to people hating me from both sides.
Well, we got a super chat here from Justin Force. Says, do you think the rational left and right could unite through a movement for responsible government? You know, the interesting thing is, I was talking to somebody at the protest today, and what I said was, right now you have the alt-right and the alt-light fighting. You know, there were two events in D.C. where you had people like Richard Spencer and Baked Alaska, and then you had the other group, which was like Mike Cernovich, and they're feuding with each other. The alt-light, as they call it, doesn't want to be associated with white nationalism and the identitarians, and so they're actively calling each other out. But on the left, they don't call out Antifa. And so one thing I ask people all the time, I say, did you hear about a white nationalist, they call him, in Portland who stabbed two people? And they're like, oh yeah, I definitely heard that story. Wasn't he like a Trump supporter? And so then I say, first, he wasn't a Trump supporter. He said he wanted to kill Trump's voters and Hillary voters. He seems to be kind of all over the place, so it's disingenuous to say he's one thing. But did you hear a story about a guy in Berkeley with a bike lock who bashed 7 people over the head? And they say no. So a lot of the people on the left, they're not hearing this. You know, some of the mainstream outlets did talk about the bike lock thing, but they didn't report it initially. They reported on the aftermath. They reported on 4chan and how 4chan was investigating it. So people aren't hearing these stories when they come out. And then the left and the media aren't condemning these acts of political violence, or as some people might call it, terrorism. A guy going around with a black mask, striking people on the top of the head with a bike lock, you could argue is terrorism. But no one's talking about it.
Well, I definitely blame major social media companies on this, because they create echo chambers and they make sure that their social media platforms are very friendly towards advertisers. So what they do is they make sure you hear your you hear your opinions regurgitated to you with people who think the same way you do, and therefore you never get a perspective from somebody else.
Okay, I'm going to answer the super chat and then try and fix the stream. I really support what you do. I was wondering, what is your personal opinion of Black Lives Matter and their tactics? Well, I'll just tell you personally, when they first started, I think a lot of what they're doing makes sense. In fact, when they first started. But I just saw a video of a guy who's sitting in his car doing nothing, and a cop walks up and pulls a gun and points it at his head. And I've seen these videos. We've seen a lot of these videos, and that's shocking. Unfortunately, as time went on, I think that Black Lives Matter started adopting tactics that are outside what they call the Overton window, meaning they're not socially acceptable. They started creating segregated rooms. We're hearing that Black Lives Matter Philadelphia is banning people who aren't black from their events, and that's when it becomes a bit too extreme. When we saw the Black Lives Matter activists take the stage at the memorial for the Orlando nightclub shooting and then demand money, it's just gone a bit too far. And so I gotta refresh the stream here because everyone's freaking out. So give me 1 second and I'll fix it.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out my live stream. I'm trying to look at the comments to see if the super chat is even enabled on my chat.
What's your Wi-Fi?
That's going to be a very complicated. It's a long string of words.
Well, go get it.
Do you have T-Mobile?
Yeah.
Can you do your hotspot from your T-Mobile? Because it's too complicated.
What are you talking about? It's my phone.
If I have to get the live stream, it'll take me like 5 minutes. It'll take you 5 minutes to get it in there. It won't happen.
I can't do it. What do you mean?
You have your second phone. Just use the hotspot from that.
Wait.
Or use my hotspot from this.
All right, turn it on. I'm not even seeing any networks.
Well, this one's connected.
My phone's overheating. Holy
What? Cursing?
What?
You're trying to curse on my live stream there, Tim? Huh?
Poppycock.
What else are good?
Turn on your.
What else
is
are
it on?
good? Yeah. What's the one you always use? What else are good
the hell?
old man curse words that you use? There's malarkey. There's hooey. Hooey's a good one. Oh, we got $5
Is it iPhone? You got to put your password in.
I gave you the password. No. I got a super chat. Tim sound.
Luke, just say your password.
Was good, not as good as yours anyway. Did either of you encounter anything today that gave you hope this fight will become more civilized? Yeah.
I would say no.
People didn't beat the crap out of each other.
Yeah, but that's because it's a bunch of old ladies.
People didn't. No, I mean there was young people there. There's people from all different spectrums. There was the Proud Boys and the people from the right filled with shields and helmets and getting ready for doing all that. I think there's hope because I'm always optimistic, regardless of whatever horrible situation I am in, no matter what crap I'm dealing with. Because it helps you deal with those situations in a lot better. And plus, it helps you become more productive, just to be more optimistic and just to be more oriented towards the good stuff instead of just the bad stuff. So, I mean...
Okay, hopefully we're back live again.
Yeah, we're talking about the discourse today at today's impeachment rally. And I think it was fascinating because I talked to a lot of the anti-Trump people, and they keep bringing up Russia. But to me, Russia, after looking up everything, is a huge distraction. If you look at Donald Trump's foreign policy, he is not an asset of the Russians at all. We are at the brink. Diplomatic relations between Russia and the United States are at an all-time low. His moves in Syria, his moves in the Arctic and Ukraine, you could see the two foaming factions, these two world powers, bunting heads on the world stage.
Okay, but we don't even talk about it.
That it's Russia.
Just don't even talk about it. This is the point.
No,
the
but
point
it's a
is
factor.
that but look, I was telling people there, don't argue over Russia. You're not going to win. There's no evidence, okay? And there's just arguments. It is speculation. It is a narrative. You know, I was talking to a guy and I said, look, man, if you really want to have an argument, bring up healthcare. Healthcare is a serious issue that we know is an issue that we all have an opinion on. Have a discussion about healthcare, the ACA, Trump care, whatever. But when you talk about Russia, you're talking about a conspiracy theory.
Well, but that's what they believe in, and that's what people today believed in. I walked around and I was like, why do you want to impeach Donald Trump? And they're like, Russia, Russia, Russia. He does cocaine. He tweeted mean things. That's literally the reasons that they had to impeach him. I
had a couple people talk, like, my God. As soon as they were just like, well, I think Trump's, he's like a mean person. I'm like, okay, thank you. Have a nice day. Like, look, if it's there's a challenge when interviewing people because I try not to... focus on people who clearly have no idea what they're talking about. But what I will say is, when I go to Trump rallies, I find there's a decent amount of people who have an idea about the issues. When I go to progressive rallies, there's a decent amount of people who know about the issues. But most people are just angry and don't really know what's going on, and that's what's a bummer.
And with the echo chambers that social media creates, they never see outside of their bubble because social media wants to sell you advertisements and keep you happy. If you hear dissenting information, you are
super
unhappy.
Chat on mine?
No, I'm clicking on it. Yeah,
right.
It's the same one that happened.
Oh,
here.
Luke's got a super chat here. What's that one, Luke?
No comment though. But thank you, Zaka.
How much did he give you?
8-9. How much did he give me? I don't have my glasses.
Somebody donated to Luke a number that's considered offensive. We'll just say that.
Well, it's $14, and I can't. Can you help me?
Someone sent Luke $14.88.
Ooh.
And Luke's...
He said it.
It's a number. And so what I tell people is, look, for those that don't know, 1488 is like a white nationalist number. It's a call. But look, if you're gonna send me money, I don't care. If you want to send me $14.88, by all means do it.
Okay.
Give me money. You can send me a super chat and call me whatever name you want if you're giving me money.
I got another super chat by Justin Force who said, "Hey, me again. Do you think that Trump will ever be impeached over something legitimate?"
That's a coin toss. I mean, here's the thing. I think there's a lot of reasons to impeach presidents over time. I mean, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know exactly what is an impeachable offense, but let's say this. Obama killed a 16-year-old American citizen without charge or trial. Send a drone strike to kill an American citizen. Okay, if that's not impeachable, I don't know what is.
Donald Trump killed an 8-year-old American girl.
The sister of the kid that Obama killed.
Exactly, during a failed raid that Obama planned and didn't want to go and execute. Donald Trump came into office, and one of the few things he did was execute this raid that Barack Obama said he wouldn't do after looking at the intelligence. One American soldier died. An 8-year-old American citizen A girl was murdered during this raid.
It was the sister of
and the mainstream media is
16-year-old kid.
silent. The mainstream media is totally quiet.
They talked about it a little bit, but they're so
rarely.
No,
it wasn't on CNN. It wasn't on MSNBC, and I watched those garbage news networks. I didn't see it. I didn't see it. Maybe I'm wrong.
It was. The point is, they say it one time and then start ranting and raving about Trump getting 2 scoops of ice cream.
And Russia.
Yeah,
and going on against Russia.
Look. Don Lemon, I will say this every time CNN comes up. Don Lemon once suggested that a black hole may have swallowed the missing Malaysian plane. We're done. That's it. There is nothing you can say about CNN at this point. One of their anchors on TV said, but could a black hole swallow an airplane?
Destroy the mainstream media. That's the official
God.
plan. I'm going to pull up the Wesley Clark video if you don't mind.
Go do it. Yeah, whatever.
But I think
we're talking about the. Well, it's complicated. I don't know if we could sit through the whole thing and really explain it. I think people get the idea. Wesley Clark, who's a general, right?
Yes.
Smash the MSM.
Smash them, destroy them, make them irrelevant by doing their job better.
Unfortunately, there are a lot of good people who work for these big mainstream companies, but they're stuck in the net. I've known people who have worked for big mainstream companies that I think do a really good job, that are genuine. Doesn't mean they're always right. Here's something that really, really makes me laugh is the people who try to take out of context statements from my videos. One of them was where I talked about the Seth Rich conspiracy. And I've got these people, for I don't know what they are, trolls or whatever, claiming that I pushed the conspiracy simply for talking about it, when my video was telling people to chill out and back off from the more extreme arguments because there's no evidence. But that's not enough. Simply for titling a video, the Seth Rich conspiracy, Kim.com speaks out. They're like, Tim's a conspiracy theorist, because people don't actually watch this stuff.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to play the Wesley Clark video?
Yeah, play it.
This is an important video in context of what we were discussing earlier.
Well, I'll describe it on this stream, but Luke's going to play it on his live stream as well. But that's not enough. Simply for titling a video, the Seth Rich conspiracy. You got to mute my live stream. They're like, Tim's a conspiracy theorist. No, that's mine, dude. You want to play the Wesley Clark video? Play it.
It's an echo chamber.
I'll describe it on this stream, but which one's? I don't know which one's playing. Luke has no idea what he's doing when it comes to live stream. So I'll just say we got another comment here. It's a bunch of swastikas. Okay. No, that's mine.
Beware, and then someone put the devil horns up. Okay, yeah. Hold on 1 second. Let me figure out this audio stuff.
So Luke has no idea what he's doing.
This is my first live stream.
For those that are just tuning in, you can click the thumbs up button on the live stream because it really helps the channel, whichever channel you're watching on. When you click the thumbs up, it tells YouTube that you're engaging with the channel. Some people are saying now they changed the algorithm so thumbs up don't matter anymore, but mash the button if you'd like. And if you want to have your comments appear above everyone else's, then donate some money if you go to the super chat. I believe it's $5 US and above. We'll put your comment above everyone else's, and then we can. We're more likely to be able to answer it. Super chat's great. Sometimes the comments move too quickly, and it's hard to. Oh, here's a good one. Here's a good one from Lucas Rosian. It says the emoluments clause could impeach Trump. That's actually a good argument.
What is that?
That's the emoluments clause is that the president can't use their position to make money for private businesses or something along those lines. I'm not an expert, a legal expert, but the general idea is. There's been accusations that certain world leaders feel pressured to stay at Trump businesses, Trump Hotel, to try and please him, and so there's a potential there's a conundrum here. Even if Trump doesn't pressure them, they're going to think that if they, go to the Trump hotel, he'll be happier about it. Oh, looks like the stream died. Are you guys still seeing it? Luke, your internet is the worst internet in the world.
Well, you should have been more prepared, Mr.
You have the same provider as me. Why are you giving me... I'm going to throw this over there, try and get a better signal.
How would that help?
Because it's closer to the window. Right. Dead. It's up. Stream is fine. Okay. I'm at Luke's place, a top secret location, and his internet is trash.
Glorious studio. He doesn't even connect to the Wi-Fi. What are you?
You told me the password was too crazy. And
the password is very crazy, and for me to get it now.
Anyway.
You can't let Tim have my Wi-Fi password. He'll have everything.
Yeah, then I'll just take over his whole network.
I'm serious. If someone has your Wi-Fi password, they'll get anything.
So the emoluments clause is an actual argument, and I talked to some people down there at the protest today. Really had no idea what they were doing, but one guy just flat out said, "There's issues with the emoluments clause that I think need to be considered, and that might be the only impeachable thing Trump is doing," because there was, I think, a Kuwaiti representative. I'm not sure if I might be getting this wrong, but they were saying that they were canceling an event because they felt pressured to stay at one of Trump's properties, And so it's a conundrum because Trump might flat out be like, no, don't stay at my businesses. Like, I don't want to do that. But people are still going to say it doesn't matter. If there is a business with Trump's name on it, he's going to profit off it.
Well, I mean, that to me is a weak thing. It's like, oh yeah, a politician did something for money. What else is new? It happens every damn time.
If Obama can kill a 16-year-old American citizen not get impeached, I don't look. Come on.
There's a reason politicians get paid hundreds of thousands of dollars for speeches. There's a legitimate way to bribe a politician. Donald Trump just did a fundraiser this week where he raised $10 million.
Where was that?
At the Trump Tower in Washington, D.C.
He's the president. What's he fundraising for?
He's for supposedly his re-election. But $10 million. And it just shows you... I don't think Trump and his staff are dumb enough to make that kind of mistake. And even if he was, it's like the politicians get bribed in the system anyway. What's that comment? Don't let Tim stay at your place when you're out of town. He'll try and F your GF.
The GF? Not true. It's lies. Someone posted F Trump. We try not to swear because, I don't know, as much as you know what we're saying, YouTube could demonetize a video for swear words. Like, seriously.
And I think cursing as an old man
kimchi and
is
stroganoff.
A lot more effective.
Dude, we were in Korea. We had kimchi. It was awesome. We had really good food in Korea.
Raccoons. The raccoons were pretty cool. I think my system's working right now. So I'm going to try to play that Wesley Clark video for everyone right now. Hold on 1 second.
Someone put Drumpf is finished now. I think I'm going to say this. When people say Drumpf, it's really, really, like, just don't say it because, what was, Bernie Sanders' real last name? What was it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Bernie, steal your stuff, Sanders?
No, it's just Bernie. Like, the making fun of Trump's name is a non-argument.
Yeah.
It's just an annoying non-argument, and you could look at any person and look at their grandparents and be like, their grandparents had a different name.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. All right, Wesley Clark video. Let's play this. I think this is important to understand in the greater geopolitical context.
I can't spin this. Your thing is too stupid.
Used to work for me, and one of the generals called me in and said, "Sir, you gotta come in and talk to me a second." I said, "Well, you're too busy." He said, "No." But he says, "We've made the decision we're going to war with Iraq." This was on or about the 20th of September. I said, "We're going to war with Iraq. Why?" He said, "I don't know." He said, "I guess they don't know what else to do." So I said, "Well, did they find some information connecting Saddam to Al-Qaeda?" He said, "No." He says, "There's nothing new that way. They just made the decision to go to war with Iraq." He said, "I guess it's like we don't know what to do about terrorists, but we've got a good military and we can take down governments." And he said, "I guess if the only tool you have is a hammer, every problem has to look like a nail." So I came back to see him a few weeks later, and by that time we were bombing in Afghanistan. I said, "Are we still going to war with Iraq?" And he said, "Oh, it's worse than that." He said, he reached over on his desk and picked up a piece of paper and said, I just got this down from upstairs in the Secretary of Defense's office today." And he said, "This is a memo that describes how we're going to take out 7 countries in 5 years, starting with Iraq and then Syria, Lebanon, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and finishing off Iran."
6 of those countries are on Trump's travel ban list, and not Saudi Arabia for some reason, which makes you wonder what the hell is really happening.
One of those
here.
countries I wanted to go to war with was Saudi Arabia?
No, not Saudi Arabia. I'm saying Saudi Arabia was not on the travel ban list.
And they actually had
destabilization,
terrorists.
this plan for war was made way before there was any even justification for it, which shows you how even the former NATO commander, the secretary, a very high, person within our government, within the Pentagon, is saying this to the American people. And I talked to Wesley Clark after making that statement. I went up to him a few years afterwards, and I was like, "Wesley, you said that the U.S. had this plan to destabilize and go to war with these countries. The plan's coming true." And then he looked at me like if like he saw a ghost, like I was Casper. I know I'm pretty pale, but I'm not that pale, so I can't look exactly like Casper.
But why? Well, he said this. Why? It's public.
It's public. But when I talked to him and I directly brought it up to him, he froze up. And he was willing to engage in conversation after a hello and a softball question. But when I asked him that question directly, he looked like he saw a freaking ghost.
So name the countries.
what was it? Somalia, Sudan, Iran, Syria, Libya, and another one.
Iraq?
Iraq, yeah. So those are the original
Iraq,
ones.
Syria, Libya. We've done. The U.S. has engaged in some kind of conflict there. I mean, it was NATO and Libya.
We bombed Sudan. Let me look this up exactly so I can get.
So you look that up, and we'll take some questions here. You got any? If you guys want to hop over to the super chat, the super chat does more than just get your comments up. It helps support my work. So, one of the main reasons I do the weekly live streams is not just as it's kind of like a mini fundraiser. We can do an hour-long discussion, answer questions, not even like news-related questions, but have a real discussion, and then the super chat helps fund future work. So in just a couple days, we are going to be heading to the G20.
We got a super chat here. Anti-communist propaganda. Wow, sorry, I guess the CIA just hacked me.
Oh.
Okay.
You want to pop over to my side and see if there's anything?
Yep, right here. I still got the same one.
Yep.
The mic will... Wait, hold on. The mic will continue to poison the world if things... The mic? Wait, I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Justin Force, sorry, I don't know what you're saying. The mic will continue to poison the world if things don't change soon. There's a bigger issue than anything happening domestically right now.
Well, we'll say this. If you guys have any suggestions for... Someone said, why did you take down the video of you singing? What video of me singing?
There's a video of him singing?
I'm a great singer. But I didn't take
Let's see it right now.
I don't take any videos down. What do you want me to sing? You want me to sing Katy Perry?
Yeah, sing
Lady Gaga?
Sing Lady Gaga.
No.
Come on.
The future of news right here.
If
And
someone-
maybe Lady Gaga.
If someone gives Tim $1 super chat, he has to sing Lady Gaga.
If someone super chats $100, I will sing. $100 super chat, I will start singing. Whatever song you request, assuming I know what it is.
This is going to turn to something bad.
There's a $5 one.
This is going to turn to...
You claim you're not CIA, but how can we be sure? Because if you were CIA, you wouldn't admit it.
Yeah,
That's
Tim.
true.
Yeah.
Do you think the mainstream media can win back their integrity, or do you think they're so far entrenched in their modern style of reporting they can't be fixed? I think it can't be fixed. Because it's not just about them doing a bad job. Because like I said, there are a lot of people there who actually do a good job. I think the real problem is... The standard we have on the internet for the internet culture is dramatically different. Look, the New York Times put out a story where they said an associate of Comey's read a memo in part to our reporter and claims that Comey actually said these things. And to me, I'm just like, that's not proof. Like, a guy I know who says he knows Comey, who said Comey said this thing is a story. Mm-hmm. But Brian Stelter from CNN actually flat out told me that was journalism 101. And I responded with, holy shit. That's really what they think journalism is. That they can... Now, look, I'll say this.
Destroy the mainstream media.
No, Comey
we got more super chats we have to go through.
Comey ended up... I'll say this, but Comey ended up coming out, and sure, the story was true, but wow, at that time they reported, I felt like it wasn't credible.
Yeah. Justin Force clarified the Mike was the military-industrial complex, and yes, I believe Eisenhower has been warning us about that. That is a major issue that this country has been dealing with. Tim...
No, we're good on the super chats.
You said, do you think mainstream media will win back their integrity, or do you think they're
so far entrenched? That's literally what I just answered. Okay,
I think they're entrenched and gone. And the last one, Tim, big fan here. You claim you're not CIA. Okay.
Yeah, they popped up on the thing.
All right.
So again... $100 super chat. I'll sing "Punch a Nazi" by Chris Ray Gun.
This will turn into something bad. You're gonna end up shooting yourself with a revolver with a book in front of you.
What? Get out of here!
For like $100. There's a fine line, Tim.
Are you in fact Parappa the Rappa?
What's Parappa the Rappa?
A video game from the 90s. Is the Earth flat? No. Next question. Stream stopped again. Yep, it sure did.
We could also react to your videos. So if you guys send us a video, we could actually react to it and watch it together. I think.
Here's someone says something. Is Alex Jones real? And I'm going to take this opportunity to address another live stream I did that people take out of context because they asked me if I think that Alex Jones makes things up. And so now I got to flat out clarify.
Is he real? You mean he's
Alex
made
Jones
out of Play-Doh? Or
is an entertainer. Okay? And a lot of people know he's an entertainer. There are people who work for InfoWars who actually report things. InfoWars actually has reporters on the ground. This is true. Alex Jones has guests on that say absolutely insane, ridiculous things that the average person probably wouldn't believe. I will say when it comes to, I'll use Pizzagate conspiracy as an example. People, you can't technically, that's not a fake news story. CNN over and over again, Brian Stelter said it's fake news, it was made up. No, it's a conspiracy theory. There's a difference between someone making up a story and just saying, hey, let's tell everyone that this is happening, and a bunch of people in an online community saying, hey, we found weird little things here that makes us come to this conclusion. There's a difference between a conspiracy theory and a fake news story. Alex Jones is a conspiracy theorist. The things he believes are often crazy, but they're based on things that he's stringing things together.
You got $100. You got $100 super chat.
Someone sent me $100. Someone sent me $100.
Yes, look, it's here.
I'm making money. What should I sing?
Money, money, money.
Money, money, money.
Okay,
I don't know all the words to Chris Ray Gun's Punch a Nazi, but I love that song. So I haven't practiced.
I'm sorry, I have to apologize to my viewers on my live stream.
So let me try and think of the words real quick. Start talking, and I absolutely don't. Dude, you guys don't understand. I've been playing music for 25 years. I have 3 guitars, and I actually I performed live on a live stream. What's the opening line? I love that song by Chris Ray Gun, Punch a Nazi. It's a cover of Paparazzi.
You go look up the lyrics on that. We got more super chats here.
I'll sing in a second. I'm not gonna let you have $100. I just gotta remember the words.
Let's do it at the end so I could end my stream and don't have to deal with the suffering of Tim belting.
I can't remember how that song starts. Do you guys know how the Punch a Nazi song starts?
Okay, Lisa Dawn Gover gave us a question. Will North Korea become allies with Russia and Iran?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so either, but they do have economic trade with Russia, with China right now. See, exactly. There's a limit here. We also have another one by Optimistical Cynical, who gave $5, who said, InfoWars doesn't feature your channel, Ashmore. Yes.
Like your channel anymore.
My channel, yeah. I mean, me and InfoWars, we had a very interesting relationship early on, especially in my career when I was still very young. We definitely separated ways because of many different factors.
I will sing. Just I'm going to let Luke talk for a little bit.
Let's just finish off the super chats. But at the same time, I don't agree with the way that they're handling their news. I don't agree with...
People are so mad. They're like, dude, Luke, shut up. Tim needs to sing.
Hold on a minute. We got some super chats where we have to...
Dude, I got so many songs that I love singing. You know my favorite song is... one of my favorite songs is Like a Stone by Audioslave.
Sing Punch a Nazi.
I know. I want to sing... Oh, wait.
Is that me?
Someone put money on your channel for that?
That means I have to sing too?
Google search Punch a Nazi lyrics.
Okay.
It's just Paparazzi by Lady Gaga. But he does a lot better job.
2 more super chats. We got Alex Drayton, who said, did you guys ever read the references to extraterrestrials and ZPE, 0 point aka free energy, and the podcast WikiLeaks emails?
I know a little bit about the free energy 0 point stuff, but it's not something I actually follow.
I haven't done my research on it.
Duet.
I'm going to look into it. And then the $5 comment is, the Earth is flat because it was round, then all the water would drain to the South Pole. Science. BTFO. Response?
Which one? I'm trying to remember the lyrics to Punch a Nazi. I don't know all the lyrics.
All right, we're putting on Punch a Nazi.
Okay, yeah, if you can put it on, I can sing to it.
Does that count?
I just don't know the words. You can play it quiet. You can turn you can mute it and then put the...
Send Nazi comments on Tim's
come on.
thing to say if that's okay or not. Wait, hold on.
Rucka Ali.
Let me switch this over.
I'm not going to sing the whole song because I don't want to waste time, but maybe, afterwards I'll sing whatever. I'll straight up sing Lady Gaga. I love this song. So, for those that don't know, there's a song called Paparazzi by Lady Gaga, and Chris Ray Gun, just click closed caption. Chris Ray Gun covered it, but he changed it to Punch a Nazi instead of Paparazzi. And the song's basically about how, the hard left calls everyone a Nazi, everyone a white supremacist, and they do. And so this song is fantastic. Chris Ray Gun, amazing job. This song's a better version than Lady Gaga's, because there's a part in the first verse where Lady Gaga keeps the notes low, but Chris Ray Gun takes it up. He's brave. He's not scared. Got a super chat right here. There's a video for you to react to, and it's a link. I'm on my phone, so I don't know if I can open that link.
Put it up.
Play Punch a Nazi. What are you doing?
This is the second. It's $5. You can't. Moniker won. He deserves to get his money worth.
Yeah, well, someone paid $100, so play Punch a Nazi. I'm gonna sing this goddamn song.
You cursed. I'm reporting you to YouTube.
Okay, play Punch a Nazi.
All right, let me just load this up.
It's on YouTube. I don't think it'll be that bad. What is this?
Warm it
up.
Oh,
it's H3H3.
Well, they want us to sing this.
No,
first?
put on Punch a Nazi.
Okay. There you go. Go. Tim.
Okay. You put on CC? Streets. Can't you see? My philosophy is if you don't constantly bitch about the president, you're a white supremacist. And then it says they're everywhere. It's amazing. Frog, well off to the gulag. Listen to Chatelet. Oh, what will the judge say? Our dynasty can't understand irony. I'll defy the Klan and all who call me dumb are Nazis, all by proxy. So what if I become all the things I claim to not be? Punch a Nazi. Drums hate you guys, so let's go pepper spray some woman's eyes. I'm so freaking shameless, nameless in the crowd where I'll be punching Nazis. That song's it's great.
Still have 4 minutes.
I'm not gonna sing the whole thing.
You got 4 minutes. He paid $100, Tim. He paid $100.
In the violent way. I can't see the words. Swinging our bats at the heads of those whose opinions we oppose. Word, and its meaning is blurred. It's justified. Does not apply, but that's fine with me. I'm liberal, apparently. Demonizing everyone who's white, and I'll be punching you a Nazi. So what if I become all the things I claim to not be? Punch a Nazi. Love drums hate you guys, so let's go commit several violent crimes. I'm so freaking shameless, nameless in the crowd where I'll be punching Nazis. Bridge. This is where Rucka raps. Okay.
You can rap.
No.
$100.
That's you. This is you.
$100.
You do it. You rap it.
I can't.
Come on.
What? I'm not doing this. I'm reading the comments. And if there ever was a way to impregnate someone, you just did it through YouTube.
The way I do is obviously just a Nazi. The song's hilarious. I think I have a sense of humor. So I see people on the left make fun of Trump, and sometimes they're funny jokes. And I see people on the right make fun of the left, and there's funny jokes. Like, I'll laugh at anything. I don't take it personally.
Well, this is the second video we got sent.
Somebody wants us to react to an H3 production song.
Cover all 9,000 fish blood. Aerate it. Warm it up.
Why are we reacting to an H3 video?
That cream. Pure vanilla.
Tim Pool the musical.
That's a 10.
That's gross. Can you turn it off? His eyes turn into mouths. H3 is hilarious. I don't watch them a whole lot, but they're funny.
That was a little disturbing.
Thank you for the $100. Okay, if someone you give me $100, I was half kidding about the $100. Like, sure, you can send me $100. I'll sing whatever.
No.
So thank you for the $100 super chat.
I was reading the comments, and you guys, I appreciate you guys very much.
Someone better upload. You want me to do an acoustic cover of Punch a Nazi? I'll do it. I can do it later tonight. Actually, I'm at Luke's right now, but I'll go home. See, I've got music making equipment. Unfortunately, I don't have the time because what I do is I've been recording and composing and singing. I play drums, guitar, bass. I got a synthesizer. I've done some programming, and I was going to do my own songs for my YouTube videos, but I don't have time to make the songs and shoot and edit videos at the same time. So sometimes when I have time, I try to record some stuff, but it's just a heavy workload. So Tim covering Chris Ray Gun, yeah, I'll do it. I mean, it's Tim covering Chris Ray Gun, who's parodying Lady Gaga. I think amongst the adult millennial crew, Lady Gaga is undervalued. I actually really like her music.
She's satanic.
Oh well,
and
I mean,
Luciferian.
Sure. If you're if that's the conspiracy you believe in, you can whatever.
No. I was just exaggerating there, but there is
amongst.
there is a photo with her with the spirit cooking John Podesta dinner mate, Maria Marivonovich. And they do some like weird stuff. This is a great time to get into
a lot of people do weird stuff.
like occult elitism.
What is your opinion of David Seaman? It's interesting because I met David a long time ago. I talked to him again. He was at the Deplorable, and my opinion of him. Well, I don't really know him. I can talk about what other people have said. Some people have accused him of just being a marketer. He's constantly talked about. It's like, didn't he write a book?
Didn't he delete everything?
Yeah, he claimed
he did.
But someone told me. So I don't want to disparage this guy. I don't know him too well. But someone told me that he deleted all of his YouTube videos, claiming that YouTube shut him down, but it wasn't true, and then he brought them all back or something. I don't know. I've heard people say that he like wrote a book about manipulating people. So honestly I don't know a whole lot about him. So I don't want to, rag on some guy I don't really know. Like I've met him a couple times, but
yeah, I would have to do a lot more research on it. But I found it very weird because I do believe there were some instances where he was being censored by YouTube, but then I don't know what happened, but he deleted or unlisted or made everything he did private, and then everyone was left like, oh my god, they're censoring him because it happened at the same time that the whole Ben Swan issue was also happening with...
oh wait, here's a good one. Are either you aware of Cambridge Analytica and what they do? I am very aware of Cambridge Analytica because I actually know people who work for Cambridge Analytica, and I have actually met with some people from Cambridge Analytica. And
what's Cambridge Analytica?
Cambridge Analytica is a data analytics company that there's a big conspiracy surrounding what they do, and there's a lot of articles about what they do. I think the truth is when you actually talk to these people, they're boring people. So I'll say this: my personal opinion is that I think Cambridge and there's another group associated with them. I can't remember the name of it. It's like SCL or something. They do like government contracts. And they've been accused of like CIA operation kind of stuff. I don't know too much about them. But what I do know is that Cambridge specifically was because I actually have a friend who works there. A friend of mine I've known for a really long time, and she was just asking me about like how does content go viral. She's like, hey, you've got a YouTube channel and like you've had a bunch of like viral videos of the past, and we're trying to figure out how to do marketing for brands and stuff. And I was like, oh yeah, like so I've never actually officially worked for them or anything. Like, not like that. I don't want to make it seem like I consulted them.
You're CIA.
Yeah, there you go. No, I don't want to make it seem like I've ever actually done anything with them other than, they wanted to, like, just meet up and talk to me about, like, social media. And it was just super boring. It was, like, really generic stuff. But this is crazy to me because then I hear these conspiracy theories about Cambridge, and then I'm kind of like, was I in the den of, like, the beast? Like, did I go and meet with, like, the Illuminati?
You have to leave my home now. Immediately. It's very interesting to also bring up the fact that the CIA contracts a lot of third parties and a lot of other corporations to do the majority of their work. A lot of government agencies to get away from transparency laws, to get away from people actually seeing what they do.
Right. But also...
Just like the torture aspect of it, because sometimes they do it directly, but other times with extradition under Barack Obama, the way he ended torture is by simply having detainees sent to Egypt, and in Egypt, Tim Pool effed my GF and turned me into a cuck. Great comment there. I appreciate it very much. More serious topic on how our previous president legalized torture.
People keep saying that I'm banging someone's girlfriend.
You probably are.
It's because Luke.
Why do you keep bringing it up?
Someone commented on Luke's channel. Tim looks at the kind of guy who would bang your girlfriend if you went out of town, and then Luke commented like, "Who told you that?" or something. And yeah,
let's keep spreading it out there. More serious, important topic.
Okay, hold on. Super chat here.
Oh goodness.
Email me, Tim and Luke. Can't find emails for you guys. If you want to hit me up, my emails on my Twitter. Go to. Also, you can follow me on Twitter. It's just at Timcast, TIMCAST. But my email is in my Twitter profile. We got a. What's this?
Mine is Luke at wearechange.org, but I
chat.
barely answer it because I'm really busy. Sorry. But I'm gonna get with that. We got another super chat by Alfred.
Hey, wait a minute. That $100 went to your channel, not mine. Why am I singing? Luke, you gotta sing.
No,
they gave you the $100.
Okay, you say the Earth is round. Can we go from Australia to the South Pole? Keep going around, get to South America, and you two are 100% sure.
Okay,
are you 100% sure the Earth is flat?
Is flat?
The Earth round.
No. What I can say is, first, I'm not 100% sure of anything. I know what people have told me, and I have seen things that make me believe one thing over another. And that's the reality of it. I have actually seen the curvature of the Earth. Why? I've been in a really tall building before. It's really that simple.
I don't know what to believe anymore.
The Earth is round, okay? And the Earth is... Look. The Earth is round. We've known since 2 BC that the Earth is round, all right?
All right, we got a question by Elmers? Elmers? How do you say that?
Oh no, there's the 100. Wait, did someone send both of us $100?
I have no idea.
Wait, go up. You got $100.
I'm not telling you.
Click, just click this one.
You're violating
and
my
click
sovereignty.
Click
Wait,
this.
We got another one by Elmers, who said, "Do you prefer anarcho-capitalism or anarcho-communism?"
Neither. Anarchocentrism.
But you're like technically on the political spectrum, like left libertarian. So technically,
yeah.
Anarcho.
I'm closer to anarcho-communist than anarcho-capitalist.
Yeah, and I'm closer towards anarcho-capitalist.
Yeah, but like I am barely, center left. I tell people this. I'm like, look, I just slightly think there should be more regulation than less regulation. But when I took the test, it said I was center left. I view myself as being fairly moderate. I'm not. I'll absolutely listen to someone's arguments about anarcho-capitalism, but I think the extreme sides are wrong. I think full-on bottom-right anarcho-capitalism, nuh-uh. And full-on anarcho-communism, nuh-uh. But somewhere in the middle towards libertarian, uh-huh.
I think people should have the sovereignty and freedom to live wherever they want and do whatever they want. And I think small pockets of communities of people saying, hey, in our community, we want to be anarcho-commies. In our community, we want to be anarcho-capitalists. I think they have the right to do that.
That's libertarian. That's like that's... Yeah.
Yeah, personal.
Which one do you want to live in?
Personal preference. If there was a small pocket of
the
say
question
there was
is,
a zombie apocalypse and we had to restructure society, and a small pocket of community amongst willing participants, probably anarcho-capitalistic. But next year we'll have the communists. If we mess up on our capitalism, we'll just go over to the communists and take over their stuff.
All right, now do this.
We got another super chat.
I know. That's why I was saying go to super chat.
When will Luke red pill Tim on 9/11? Greetings from Norway. Shadila.
See,
9/11.
It's pronounced Shadilay. But anyway, Luke and I, we disagree on...
How can you disagree with victims' family members and 9/11 rescue workers, Tim?
About what? What did they say?
They want a new investigation because the government lied.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree. I'm not going to assert whether or not anybody lied because I don't know. But what I will say is that the family members...
The government never lied on 9/11.
Oh, the government lied about a lot of things.
They never said the air was safe to breathe at ground zero.
Oh, that's true. Okay, yeah,
okay,
right.
All right. The government had no foreknowledge of 9/11.
Did they?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
There was more than advance warnings. There was presidential briefings.
Okay.
There was FBI investigator O'Neill, who actually died at the Twin Towers, that was investigating this. There's actually another whistleblower who was working at the Jeddah Embassy with Spoonhauer. Listen, he's getting his $5 worth.
9/11 guy here. That's what I'll say. The government lies about everything. Sometimes reasonably, sometimes unreasonably. Exactly. Do I think that the story they put out about 9/11 is true? No, of course. Come on.
And they covered it up.
Well, I'm not going to...
They underfunded the investigation, and the 9/11 commissioners even said themselves that the investigation was never properly done because they were never given the resources. And George W. Bush and Dick Cheney had to testify, not under oath, in a private room, one-on-one. They didn't even mention Building 7.
Okay.
You know about Building 7? How did Building 7 come down, Tim?
You set him off. Look what you did.
Thank you.
Never attribute to malice that which is easily explained by incompetence.
And if it is incompetence, then incompetence needs to be fixed, and they covered up that incompetency, and that is
But the-
criminal.
no, listen.
Therefore, it is criminal.
Everything you're describing could just be incompetence. You're saying they covered it up. That could have been incompetence too.
We're not done with.
Listen, hold on.
April Young gave you a super chat of $10, saying, "Please say."
Wait, what?
April
Alex
Young.
Okita is drinking coffee out of a big gray mug.
Okay, there you go. Now we got.
Oh, is that one of those things where they can record what I say and then that's all the phonetic sounds they need to replicate my voice?
Probably.
No, they wouldn't need me to say anything. They could just take my
Justin
streams.
Force gave us a $10 Patreon who said, "Communists can be dealt with aggressively without violating the NAP if you don't consider communists to be human."
Okay, hold on. You gotta explain what the NAP is first.
The NAP is the non-aggression principle. We're not done with 9/11. We're coming back to 9/11, by the way, just so you guys know.
We've got like 5 minutes.
$5. This is time to make you red-pilled on 9/11. I'm not wasted. Why do people think I'm wasted?
Because you're drunkenly ranting about he's got whiskey right there. I swear to God he does. Give me that bottle. Give me that bottle.
I
give
haven't
me the
drank
bottle.
that today.
Give me the bottle.
Stop it.
Give me it. I
You
want
got
to
a
show.
super
I want
chat.
to show the bottle.
No.
He's got a bottle of
I don't know what
Jack.
you're talking about. I have nothing here. Tell Tim, have some balls, and accept the truth about 9/11. $7. Thank you, Alex Drayton.
Listen.
How do you answer the rescue workers, the survivors, the family members, all questioning the government and the government hiding, covering up their either malice or their criminal behavior? We don't know exactly what happened because they covered everything up.
So
images from the Pentagon.
Okay, first you gotta stop so I can answer
so many surveillance cameras of the Pentagon. Where's the footage? Where's the plane in the Pentagon?
Can I answer?
Yeah.
First, the government lies all the time. The Gulf of Tonkin incident, we know that was a false flag.
Started a war, 70,000 people dead. People
Vietnam.
should be criminally held accountable for that.
I agree. 9/11, we don't know what happened yet.
How do you know?
We have the official story, and then we have a bunch of questions.
Yeah.
Let me say this. Look, on almost all of my opinions, I tend to be, middle of the road. Do I believe the government? No. Do I think there's a government conspiracy? No.
Why not?
Because I don't
possible.
Possible doesn't mean probable. Okay, it's also possible that aliens are working with the government and they use nanite bombs in the World Trade Centers to please our Anunnaki overlords.
See, now you're using a CIA tactic of distraction. Rabid Hyenas for $5 said, "Everyone needs to bow to the Queen."
All right.
You like the Queen?
Does she do anything?
She's horrible.
All right. Here's the point. So one question I have is, why is it that on 9/11 all these news reports came out and everyone said, see, the news reported these things and witnesses said these things. Why aren't they being addressed? And then 2 seconds later they go, the mainstream media is lying all the time and they're screwing with us. Like, dude, the news is awful. CNN is awful. Fox is awful. They're all really bad at their jobs, and they reported a bunch of bullshit on 9/11 because they're bad at their jobs. In Ferguson, Don Lemon actually standing there reported the police weren't using tear gas when there was tear gas in the air. Like, that's how bad they are at their jobs. Don Lemon, I'm getting tear gassed. I'm like, my eyes are tearing up, and he goes, the police said they're not using tear gas.
Okay, but
I'm
how
like,
about
are you crazy?
Do you know about the whole Boeing 7 thing? The
Yeah.
BBC reported the building coming down 20 minutes before it came down.
Yep.
How is that possible when it takes weeks to structure a building to have it be done in a controlled demolition? Who gave them foreknowledge that this huge building that wasn't hit by an airplane
all right, okay, you
was
made your point.
falling down and
So let me ask
collapsing?
you, what is more likely? The news
I'm not
got
talking
a
about that.
Listen. What's more likely? BBC, a foreign news outlet, got a number wrong, or
Number wrong?
They could, because
they said World Trade Center Building 7 as it was in their background. It was behind them.
And what if they, instead of saying 7, they meant to say 1 or 2?
World
Trade Center 2 has collapsed.
We're pulling up
news.
the video. We're pulling up the video so you can watch it
Dude,
yourself.
my issue is I don't disagree with them calling for an investigation by all means, and there's a lot of weird things about it, but you can't take any of it to draw a conclusion.
I haven't drawn a conclusion other than
then we're
we
in
need to
agreement.
ask questions and demand answers, and the government has lied, which they have, and they have covered up. And to me, that alone in itself should put people in jail, and it hasn't. And it's a big outcry.
Okay,
And people like to throw names and labels at me for even asking
Conspiracy
or asserting
theorists.
these questions, and call me. This conspiracy theorist was a CIA term invented by the CIA to discredit people around the JFK assassination.
Look, listen.
But it's not disingenuous to want your
I
government to be held accountable.
I
and
agree.
just on those two merits, which we
You
both
set 'em
agree,
off. You
they
see what you
should
guys
be
did?
criminally charged for
Okay,
what
listen.
they did.
I'm a
BBC,
pragmatist.
World.
Do I think there's a possibility of nefarious action on 9/11 outside of the official story? Well, absolutely. Does it mean that there's any action I can take? Not really. When family members and victims say we want a new investigation, I say by all means, I'll support the victims and family members from 9/11.
And we're in agreement. But
Exactly.
But I thought it was entertaining to kind of.
But
act like we're,
that's what I'm saying. Then we're in agreement. I've seen all this before, dude. I'm not like.
I'm still blowing it up.
We've all seen Loose Change 9/11, right? You guys have seen that. Poole got put in his place so good. Yep.
Came down like Building 7.
Uh huh. The main issue is we don't know what happened. We have an official story and we have questions. There's nothing for me to work on. How do we know Luke isn't CIA? Isn't a CIA plant to perpetuate conspiracy theories to mislead the public to keep us in a state of confusion?
Because
that proves it.
Because I say, don't follow me. Do your own research. Do your own homework. Don't put any man or woman above yourself, and judge the information for how you see it. No one's perfect. I make mistakes, and I make them.
Oh, okay. I'm not saying the BBC made the wrong number. I'm saying like you could really make up a million reasons as to why the BBC.
Here's
did
the video.
what they did.
Let's just watch the video.
On the latest building collapse in New York, you might have heard a few moments ago, I was talking about the Salomon Brothers
Oh, look at that.
collapsing. And indeed,
I got a big super chat here. I gotta do this.
It was not a result of a new attack. It was because the building had...
Okay, we only have a super chat, so we got.
Very conveniently.
This is a 500
That's
Swedish crown. It looks
That's
like.
the CIA.
I heard that O'Keefe faked his undercover video that brought down Acorn a few years ago, and his current Wikipedia page confirms it. Do you take that into account when you refer to him now? Is that left-wing lies? I don't claim to know myself. I have said in my last video, even take O'Keefe's videos with a grain of salt. Because, like, look at the thing with Van Jones. Like, come on, saying, an off-the-cuff statement in the middle of the street. It's not... You need to have a real conversation about this stuff. So we can see these people saying these things, and there's value to that. But it's not... a lot of people take this stuff to be, like, absolute fact of CNN malfeasance, but... can we think there's an office culture that thinks the Russia story is BS? Yes. Even Van Jones called it a nothing burger. But does that mean that the higher-ups who are making the call believe that? No, it doesn't. So take O'Keefe's videos with a grain of salt, but I think there's value to them.
To me, they do because the second video he released, he said that the CEO of CNN, said, talk about Russia.
No, he said that he wasn't in the meeting, but someone he worked with was in a meeting, and he said, let's go back to Russia.
Yeah, go back to Russia.
Yep.
And to me,
it just means
it's a whole big nothing burger as well.
Yeah.
And I've been saying that on my YouTube channel for a while. We also got other.
We're coming near end time, so okay.
This is fun. We should start Luke on 9/11 more often. $3. Thank you there, Justin Force. We have Alex Drayden said, I appreciate it. It's hard to integrate, but the history books of the future will tell the truth if it's only a matter of time. You also got some super chats here. Tim, I sent you the $100 and it went to you. A question: what does America exceptionalism mean to you? To both Tim and Luke.
I don't know.
It means leading by example and being the best version of human beings that we can, and I think we should take it individually instead of a big systematic ploy by the military-industrial complex to force supposed democracy, really it's corporatocracy and craptocracy on the rest of the world. And to me, really leading by example, getting away from the military-industrial complex, being there for other people, being there for other countries is very important. We do have a grave responsibility, and I don't think all of the past presidents recently have taken it seriously.
I'll say this. I've been to a bunch of countries. America is by far my favorite country I've ever been to.
To live in, I would agree too.
But it's obviously I grew up here, so I'm cultured by America, so I'm biased. But going to Europe and seeing they don't have free speech. Right now there's a guy who's, I think it's in Scotland, right? He posted a video of literally just a video of him saying offensive things to his dog, and now he's going to go to jail or something. That's crazy.
Yeah, there was 36 people arrested in Germany for supposedly hate speech on social media. 2 of them were from the left wing. Another thing, when you travel the world, you see insane, crazy things that you don't want to see. When I was in Thailand, I literally was stopped by the police, searched a lot of times because they were looking if I possibly had some marijuana on me. I don't even smoke marijuana, but they were searching me, stopping me, interrogating me, taking their hands, putting them in my pants, worse than the TSA would. And then as they're doing that to me, there's literally a 60-year-old man walking down with a 12-year-old child, and that's fine. And we're not talking about grandpa and grandchild here. The stuff you see around the world is messed up, and I have to say, in the United States, it's the place that I want to be. It has the most amazing people. It has the most
freedom.
Yeah, I love
I mean,
America
look.
and I love this country, and I'm not willing to bash it, but the government does need to be fixed. There's a lot of issues that do need to be dealt with because there's a lot of horrible things that happen all
hold
around
on.
the world because of the epicenter that starts from here.
Look, you can bash America. That's fine.
I'm not bashing
Cri-
America.
cri-
I'm talking about
criticizing-
America as legitimately as I can. I love this country and I
There's
respect this
so
country.
much-
I'm happy it's
right.
not like Thailand.
There's so much to criticize about the U.S., but it really is the best place I've been to. And, you know, after going to places like Egypt and Morocco and Ukraine, I come back here. And, you know, when I first started traveling around the world, I was so excited to go out and see these countries. And after like 3 or 4 times, I was so excited to come back. And the border guards would be like, how's it going? And I'd be like, man, I'm glad to be back in the U.S. And they'd laugh.
Venezuela. We've been for freaking
Oh, I
Venezuela.
had to flee Venezuela.
I did too, but on my own accord.
No, I was getting death threats because some, you know, Antifa people were tweeting at Venezuelan celebrities that I was a CIA agent. Anyway, we're over time here, so it's time to wrap
One more
things up.
super chat. Mike Wright wrote, "Dude, what do you think about Trump draining the swamp, or do you think he is the swamp?"
I think he's the swamp.
I think there's still like a little small portion of the swamp domestically that's a little clean,
But they're all
but it's
sa-
becoming very well infected with the
It's all-
nastiness that he has engulfed himself with, especially with Henry Kissinger and H.R. McMaster and Kushner and all these other interconnected people with Goldman
I'm
Sachs
gonna-
that have utterly
and listen,
taken a big
right.
old dump in that swamp.
I just
And-
read that Ivanka and Jared Kushner were at a party with George Soros.
It doesn't surprise me. Kushner has connections with George Soros. It's not something new.
It's just all the
It's
same.
Surprising.
Like, this
one
happens.
hand washes the
Listen.
other.
Every 4 years, the same thing. People tell me they're like, "This is where the change happens." Obama was getting elected, and I said, "There's not going to be any change. You're crazy."
Yeah,
Obama's going to do the
yeah.
same thing. Then they said the same thing about Trump. Trump's going to bring it. He's going to drain the swamp. I said, "No, he's not. It's going to be the same thing."
Yeah.
I just don't trust any of these people.
I made that video in December. I got crap for it. I'm still getting crap from calling out Trump. But I do have to say the Trump supporters that we did see today were critical of his policies, unlike a lot of the people on the left when Obama came in who didn't want
Got
to
a free
see it.
pass.
So, yeah, now Trump is even from his own supporters being criticized as
All
we
right.
showed you through our live streams today.
Okay, so we're over time. It's time to wrap things up. So I'm gonna give you guys my sign out, and you can make any comments or questions. But thank you all so much for watching. If you want to follow me, I'm on Twitter at Timcast, TIMCAST. Luke is on Twitter at Luke We Are Change. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, which you are on right now. If you're not subscribed to Luke, you can check out his videos, youtube.com/We Are Change. And for those on Luke's stream, I'm on youtube.com/Timcast. And if you want to help support me in the work that I do, go to patreon.com/Timcast. Give whatever you'd like or give nothing at all. I've got new videos up every day at 4 p.m., always free and available for anybody who wants to watch. So thank you guys so much for hanging out for this live stream. Really appreciate all the questions. Appreciate the interest in watching. And stay tuned. I'll have a new video up tomorrow at 4 p.m.
Yep, new video every day. And seriously, the people who use Super Chat, love you from the bottom of my heart. If it really wasn't for you, we wouldn't be able to be here. Platforms like Patreon are so important for people like me and Tim because you guys are actively participating in this media revolution that's taking place right now. And the people on Patreon, I just started focusing a lot of my energy on it. I know Tim has been doing it for a while too. I just set up a new hippie level, a new Zen in Touch hippie level, a Third Eye hippie level, in a way to actually not only just receive some of your donations, but also work with you one-on-one on stories, collaborate and build. A lot of times we stay on people's couches, we sometimes hitchhike, we do whatever we can to get the stories. You guys are a big part of that. Patreon is a great way to talk to you one-on-one and work with you to do the best job that we can. We're not perfect, we make mistakes, but we do our darnest, I was gonna curse, darnest to be the best media we could ever
Before
be.
I go, I see some people making comments, and if someone said they want to give me $500 to play 5 songs, and I'll tell you what, if you guys donate $500 to the Super Chat, I will do a live concert after the G20 on my live stream.
Naked.
No. Fully clothed. But thanks you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. I'm taking the stream down.
It's $500.
See you guys.
Love you guys. Thank you again so much for watching.